Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am with my hubby. Say hi.
Hi.
And we are literally sitting in traffic, and we were just, well, today's our 5-year anniversary. Married girl. So we were just taking a little drive and just enjoying ourselves, and then Shane uploaded his taking accountability video. So I was like, I have to watch this. So if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Sebastian. Should have said that in the beginning. Welcome to my channel. As you can see, I'm a cute little small tea channel, and when tea is happening, bitch, I do it on the go. I get on my notes. I found this paper. It's like a, I don't know, an invoice of something, and I just wrote on it, and I wrote the key points so you guys know the tea when it's happening. He literally just posted this video like less than 20 minutes ago. So please subscribe to my channel if you want tea on the go, and if you want like a friend, we're just FaceTiming kind of vibe. So, okay, so he starts the video basically kind of saying, and I read some comments that this didn't sit well with some people, that he said he saw the Jenna Marbles video and that was like a sign of the universe for him to make this video. So some people are a little bit upset that it took her to make that video for him to make the video. So that's point one. Then he talks about the racism and the blackface and all of that. So he starts talking about how he basically is obviously so sorry for doing blackface, that he thought at the time it was funny. He thought that, you know, people basically were not holding him accountable for things, so he can get away with a lot more. He also mentioned that a lot of the reasons he would do these things was because he was projecting. While he was in the closet, I guess he was very upset at the world, so he would do all of these things to sort of project his anger, and also just like, you know, a cry for attention kind of thing. He talks about his podcast, and he says how his podcast is one of his like biggest regrets, because there's a lot of jokes, there's a lot of clips that he really regrets, and that he says that have nothing to do with what he represents now. He would also mention that back then he would think of ways to be more shocking. He would think of ways to be more in your face, to be, you know, to grab more of attention and headline. So he would push the jokes more and more each time to get a bigger reaction from people. He also goes on to talks about, you know, the pedophile jokes. He says that he's had a lot of past trauma in his childhood. He doesn't go into detail, but he says that he regrets obviously a lot of that. He goes on to talk about a time where he sat down with his cousin, who was 12 at the time, and he was talking to his cousin about the birds and the bees, and he called his aunt a couple of like years ago and was like, I'm so sorry I ever did this. So he would say that his aunt was like, no, it's funny, like, you know, you don't worry about it, that's just the way we are, we're funny people. So that gave him kind of the understanding that he can get away with these things and he doesn't have to apologize to anybody. But girl, your aunt is not the world, and some people you do have to apologize, and these topics are not funny to a lot of people, hopefully to most people. All right, so he goes on to say that obviously now he would never talk about a child, that he thinks that those comments in the past are disgusting and he would never do that again. He also mentions basically that he really thought he was untouchable because nobody was holding him accountable, and they tried, and he made a video, you know, making apology videos in the past, and he says that he can't relate to that person anymore because basically that's just not the way he thinks now. He goes on to talk about the his YouTube channel. He says if you go to my YouTube channel, you're gonna see that my videos are a bunch of white people in trouble. So he says that he wants to start opening up and I guess have more diversity in his channel. I mean, yeah, his channel is, you know, is not that diverse, if I'm being honest myself. Then he goes on to talk about the Twitter quote that he wrote. He says that he really regrets it. He says that he was trying to be funny, but it turned out to not be so funny, and he comes off really angry. He also talks about that day. It was a restock for his conspiracy palette, and he says that basically he couldn't enjoy that day because everybody was pressuring him to address everything with Tati and with James. So that's why he decided to do the Twitter quote. Then he says that one of his biggest regrets is for James. He goes on to apologize to James Charles, and he basically says that the part of the quote he regrets the most is that James deserved a piece of humble pie. And he says that there's no excuse on, you know, James feeling like everybody was, you know, against him and everything that James went through. He apologizes to James, and he also says that he's gonna basically, I don't remember exactly word for word, but he says that, you know, he is attracted to people who are as troubled as him, and that's not right. In a way, he said that, which I think he is talking about Mr. Jeffree Star. So that's basically, guys, the overall of what I was gonna say Shane Dawson said in his taking accountability video. And yeah, I mean, like, listen, obviously we all have a past, and obviously we all do fucked up things, and I guess we'll see where he goes. He's not leaving YouTube. He says that his future is going to be projects that are going to lift people up and that are going to make people happy and that have nothing to do with making anyone feel uncomfortable or anything. So that's basically it, you guys. I want to know what you think, because I mean, he basically, I guess some comments that I was reading was saying like, yeah, you're taking accountability because you're being canceled. So I don't know, you guys. Do you think that he is really serious about this apology, or do you think he noticed he's losing tons of subscribers and that kind of put a fire under his ass to do this video? Let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna go now enjoy my anniversary because my husband has no idea of what I'm talking about. And I love you guys so much. Please consider subscribing, and thank you guys so much.